Hey, this is Emma from Difference in Skill, and this is episode 6 of Cars on Dots. And unlike the previous few episodes that we have all been actually just talking about set 13, today I'm going to be talking about something that we haven't really been doing for a while, or we didn't really show anything of this client for a while. So this is Oracle Think Tank, OTT for short term, and this is the promo card from the manga, Pentagon Magus. So if you guys didn't know, Magus is basically the new archetype brought in the new EV07. I think it's EV07. I actually lost track. Anyway, let's talk about this card's effect. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, declare the card name of an Oracle Think Tank and reveal the top card of your deck. If the reveal card is the card that you declare, this unit gets power 5000 and an extra critical until the end of the battle. The second ability is Counterblast 2 with Magus in its card name, and this unit gets power plus 5000 until the end of turn. Okay, so back to the first ability, because the second ability is just really a bonus ability, and it's kind of cute. So if you guys didn't know, Magus is an archetype with the ability to basically, it's a client gimmick basically that works on declaring the top card of your own deck, and if you get it right, you basically get bonus effects. And as you can see from this Vanguard effect, its bonus effect is it gains an additional 5000 power and a critical. So that is very powerful. Because first of all, I like to state that in Magus, if you basically have a field setup with any of like the regular Magus, or just commonly to say, as long as you have a 1 or 2 Magus on the field in general, you are able to basically check the top card every turn. Now, having that said, it means you can also confirm the top card of your deck every turn, and without doubt, you can actually activate this ability with 100% confidence and have your free 5000 in critical, meaning that you basically got one free critical trigger. Now, this is very powerful, because first of all, it puts quite a lot of pressure on your opponent to just basically have a critical, right? Like, having like a passive critical is a very powerful ability, without doubt. And at the same time, this basically allows you to hit a maximum of 3 triggers if we basically count the ability as 1 trigger, right? So that's very powerful in its own way. And basically with any booster, it's a static 22 and above, like hitting Vanguard. So it has power to hit as well. Now, of course, the little downside with this gimmick is that since you have to declare the card, on the top of your deck, and because you basically have to get it right, you're basically showing what you're gonna get, what you're gonna drive check to your opponent. And in that sense, I think it's very balanced. Like in my opinion, it's a very balanced way of making this card or designing this, because you basically give your opponent the heads up of what's coming. Like if the top deck was like a critical trigger, you basically tell your opponent that, well, I just gained 5000 in critical, and I'm about to gain another 5000 in critical. So, well, you better be blocking more if you don't want to die, or if you don't want to lose. I think it's very fair in that sense. At the same time, it's not that's the only downside I can really talk about in this card. But at the same time, I don't really treat it as a downside. Especially with the Magus clan, it is being able to declare the top card and checking is just very powerful. And at the same time, the other cards also have abilities where you have to check the top card and declare it right or wrong. But you can just purposely declare it wrong and basically have you just declare an OTE card that you don't play, and basically you get to scan the top of your deck for free. Now, the second ability with the additional 5000 power is quite useful, especially in this new archetype, because actually the Magus archetype doesn't, they're really counterblast efficient in that sense. They don't actually use counterblast that often at all. Of course, the little condition is that you need to counterblast Magus, and of course the cute thing with Bushiroad is that they didn't release that many Maguses for us to actually make this deck. But at the same time, you don't actually need Magus cards to activate a lot of effects. But the second ability is basically there as an extra bonus, and it might not actually always be available to be used, but it's not actually a bad ability as well. counterblast 2 cards, gain 5,000. It's very good for game ending, like especially like if you activate the ability and you're also going to gain the 5,000 in critical, you basically added 10k and a critical, and that's more or less like a pseudo MLB for one turn. Of course, the unfortunate thing is that this card is from a manga PR, and it is actually quite difficult to get. And I hope, or at least I hope in the future, that Bushiro will be reprinting this. Like, I mean, I have some, but then like, I would say this is like the main build for Magus, and it is kind of unfortunate that it's like a PR, making it quite hard to get access to. But this is, in my opinion, definitely the strongest or mainstream Magus build. Or at least if you try to build a Magus deck, you're likely to run into the chances of having to use this. And this is episode 6 of Cards and Dots, and I'll be back in episode 10, I believe, because next week would be Chang. And bye.